Hey there, today I want to give you a tour of one of our great kitchen gardens in Piney Point Village. So this garden has really been a work in progress. We've added a lot to the garden over the years. So we started gardening with Suzanne here in Piney Point in 2018, and it seems like almost every year we add a new section to this space. So first, here on both sides we have pollinator gardens. So we planted these spaces with natives and with flowering pollinator friendly plants. These are to attract bees and butterflies. In fact, you can see a butterfly flying around me as we speak. So it brings bees and butterflies to this space, which are so necessary for the health of the entire garden. And they're also just pretty. So there's all kinds of colors and fragrances you get to experience as you come into the garden space. These beds are built with powder-coated steel. So this is a curved bed we just added this year. This is a place where we're growing lots of herbs and flowers, and then we have sugar snap peas that'll grow up this obelisk trellis this winter. Back here we have a large bed. It's actually a stair-step bed, and we've planted it full of lots of winter greens. So here in this bed, in the top bed, we have cabbages and mustards and collards. Those greens get really large throughout the winter, so they've given a lot of space in the back bed. Then in the front of this bed, we have lots of arugula. Arugula is one of our favorite greens to grow in Houston in the winter. Next up, we have a row of kale, and this kale can be harvested again and again. On the front of the beds, we have lots of herbs like rosemary and parsley. Back here, we have our favorite green, which is Swiss chard. Swiss chard grows year-round here in Houston. And then we have these lovely mustards, which have a nice tangy flavor and are wonderful to enjoy throughout the winter. Over here on this bed, we have some root crops. So root crops take longer to grow, and it's harder to know what's happening because it's underground. So here we have carrots and radishes and beets that are all slowly coming up. The radishes are almost ready to harvest. We have all this beautiful bok choy that's growing here in the front. Then we have pepper plants. Jalapenos are actually tender perennials, so they'll last through the winter if we don't get a hard freeze. And then coming up the trellises eventually will be fava beans. So those plants right now are about 8 inches tall, and over the next month they'll really start to climb these trellises behind them. Now finally, in this back bed, we have a load of lettuces. This is like a salad bar special. So we have all kinds of lettuces that have been growing here over the last month or so. They're all ready for harvest, and honestly, we could even plant again in this space for the rest of the season. So we have things like romaine and iceberg lettuces. We have a tom thumb. We have all kinds of greens that would provide the most beautiful, delicious salad. And that is the tour of this space. I hope you enjoy it. This is what's possible to grow all winter long in Houston.